Sit in my seat and refuse to move? Enjoy being uncomfortable. I hate flying, like really hate it. The crowds, the security lines, having to take off your shoes like some kind of criminal. But after spending 2 weeks visiting my family in Athens, I had to get back to London for work. I booked this late night flight because it was cheaper, and I figured I could just sleep through it. Got myself a window seat specifically so I could lean against the wall and pass out for the whole trip. The Athens airport was chaos that night. My flight got delayed by an hour, which meant I was already exhausted before we even boarded. By the time I got on the plane, I just wanted to find my seat and knock out. I'm walking down the aisle with my backpack, checking row numbers. 17A, window seat, perfect. Except when I get to row 17, there's already someone sitting in my seat. This guy in his mid-30s wearing these massive noise-canceling headphones, staring out the window like he owns the place. I stop next to him and go, "Hey, excuse me, I think you're in my seat." Nothing. Doesn't even look at me. Maybe he can't hear me because of the headphones, right? So I reach over and gently tap him on the shoulder. Still nothing. He doesn't move, doesn't turn around, doesn't acknowledge me at all. And I can see his eyes are open, so he's definitely not asleep. He's just ignoring me. I tap him again, a little harder this time. The guy shifts slightly in his seat, but keeps his head turned toward the window, like he's actively pretending I don't exist. At this point, people are starting to pile up behind me in the aisle. The flight attendants are busy helping other passengers, and I'm too tired to make a whole scene about it. So I just slide into the middle seat and buckle up. I'm fuming inside, but whatever. It's a 2-hour flight. I can survive. A few minutes later, this young woman shows up and takes the aisle seat next to me. She's probably in her early 20s, traveling with her friend who's sitting in the window seat right behind us. They immediately start talking across the seats, catching up about their trip or whatever. I'm trying to zone out and not think about the fact that I paid extra for a window seat that I'm not even sitting in. Then the woman next to me leans over and goes, "Hey, sorry to bother you, but would you mind switching seats with my friend? We're traveling together and we'd really like to sit next to each other." I look back at her friend, and I'm not trying to be mean here, but this woman is huge. Like, easily taking up the entire window seat and part of the middle seat too. The person sitting in the middle seat next to her looks absolutely miserable, all squished up against the aisle. And that's when I got my idea. I turn to the woman and give her my biggest smile. "Yeah, absolutely, no problem at all." As I'm unbuckling my seatbelt and standing up, I glance at the guy in my seat, and for the first time since I got on this plane, he turns around and looks at me. His eyes go wide. He can see exactly what's about to happen. He gives me this desperate look, like he's silently begging me not to switch seats, like he's trying to say, "Come on, man, don't do this to me." I just smile at him and move to the row behind. The woman in the window seat gets up and squeezes past her friend to take the aisle seat next to the guy, and because she's so big, she's immediately spilling over into the window seat by at least 6 inches. The guy tries to press himself against the window to make room, but there's nowhere for him to go. He's completely pinned between the wall of the plane and this woman taking up half his seat. I spent most of the flight with my eyes closed, trying to catch some sleep in my new middle seat, but every so often I'd peek through the gap between the seats in front of me, and every single time I'd see this guy absolutely squashed against that window, looking more and more miserable as the flight went on. At one point, the woman next to him fell asleep and kind of leaned into his space even more. His face was literally pressed up against the window. The best part? If he'd just stayed in his own seat from the beginning, he could have been the one to switch. He'd be sitting where I am now, and I'd be the one trapped against the wall. When we landed in London, I grabbed my bag and walked past his row. He was still pinned there, waiting for the woman to wake up and let him out. I didn't say anything, just gave him a little nod as I walked by. Hope he learned his lesson.